Taxi area looks clear. Hey, my brakes work. You want to test yours?
Sure. I have flight controls?
Yeah, the flight control.
No, it feels weird in this seat. Alright, my brakes work.
Yeah, it does feel weird. I've flown in the right seat in North Carolina sometimes, but it is somewhat strange. Alright, let's listen.
Information Delta 2245 Zulu, wind 2105, visibility unrestricted. Sky condition clear, temperature 30, dew point 21, altimeter 29er. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. For additional NOTAM information, contact flight service. Use cost for bird, deer, and other wildlife activity in the vicinity of the airfield. Read back all hold short instructions. Rise on this contact give information Delta.
Delta, okay. Manassas ground, Sky Ventures 110 is on the east ramp with Delta, ready to taxi VFR to the south.
Sky Ventures 110, Manassas ground. Departure frequency 127.32, squawk 4631.
Departure on 127.32, squawk 4631, Sky Ventures 110.
Sky Ventures 110, runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo.
Taxi to 16 left via Bravo, Sky Ventures 110. My first instructor would tell a lot of really bad jokes. And one thing he would do is every time I would say, okay, taxi area looks clear, because of the distortion over the radio, he would say, well, it is a straight line, so it's not queer. I was like, really? This like 25-year-old guy is such a troll, but he was an awesome instructor.
He should have been my instructor. That's my kind of humor.
And he would just tell a lot of dirty, I don't even remember some of them. I think that's why I started filming the things, because I was like, I need to remember these jokes because they're so terrible.
I heard a horrible joke this morning. So this guy got arrested for driving with a suspended license. And he got arrested, he was taken to prison, and the police officer took away his shoelaces, because apparently they'll try to hang themselves, you know, before they can be punished.
Right.
So apparently if you do that, it's called a post-suspension suspension.
Wow. That's dark.
It is.
When we're airborne, I'll tell you a really bad joke. It's a really bad pun.
Oh, I can't wait. Look at these birds just chilling.
We don't have to pay for Hobbs time, losers.
I felt so lame, like such an av geek. I was just like taxiing back to the apron last week. I was out or whatever, and I was just looking at, like, there was a bird like right in front of me, and I was like, sir, can you just like maintain your altitude or like something? And then I was like, I'm talking to a bird.
Wow. I love how whenever you're holding short like this, you always judge people's landings, but then you know that you're subject to the same thing.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, and they floated, and ooh. Alright. Oh well. Manassas Tower, Sky Ventures 110 is holding short of runway 16 left.
Sky Venture 110, Manassas Tower, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff, wind 230 at 4, I'll call your turn to the west.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16 left, Sky Ventures 110. We're going to be going to the south, actually.
Sky Venture 110, that's my, sorry, I see that now. Okay, on course to south approved.
On course to south approved, Sky Ventures 110. Alright, so we're just going to turn on all the lights, alright? Make sure your window's closed. That's on Rich. This is on altitude. And we're good to go. Generally when I have passengers... You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Generally when I have passengers, I make sure to tell them to lay off the pedals, but that's not going to be an issue. Okay, that's at 16 and full throttle. Hey, airspeed's alive, everything looks good. There's 50, 55, rotate. Oh my gosh.
You've got that on camera?
Yeah, well actually the last time I flew in a 172 with a friend, something also fell off on that side into my lap, and I was like, well that's concerning.
Okay, well I'll hold on to that. Is it making you too cold?
Scavenger 110, contact departure today.
Contact departure, Sky Ventures 110. Potomac departure, Sky Ventures 110 is a Cessna 172 off of Manassas. We're VFR to the south.
Sky Ventures 110, Potomac approach, transpond, observe on course, mid outside Bravo airspace.
On course outside the Bravo, Sky Ventures 110.
Sky Ventures 110, restricted area 6608 Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And Quantico approach are all closed, staying cold.
Alright, thanks, Sky Ventures 110.
Sky Ventures 110, where are you going to today, sir?
We're gonna go over Woodbridge, track 95 south, towards the Stafford Airport in Fredericksburg, Sky Ventures 110.
Sky Ventures 110, roger, thank you.
I really like flying over houses.
Really?
Oh yeah. I think I told you about this, right? Like I just have this real fascination with the fact that you know that people are looking up at you.
Yeah. I like flying like in the middle of nowhere and then seeing one house. It's like people think that they're so isolated and private, no one knows that they live there.
Oh, that's
Except
Potomac Mills. See that big complex right down there?
Yeah. Oh, there's IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live near there. Oh!
And you can see there's the Marine Corps Museum down there. Have you ever been over there?
No, I have not.
I went there once when they first opened like 10 years ago, but I haven't been since. And you can see on the edge of the river down there is a little airport at about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Oh.
That is the Quantico Marine Corps Air Station.
Huh.
And one of my lessons we did what's called a PAR, which is Precision Approach Radar. Austin told you about this. It is the coolest thing ever, because what it is, it's an approach, so of course I have my foggles on and everything. We talk to them, they basically give us our own frequency, and then you have a guy talking to you, he says, do not read back any instructions, and literally every 3 seconds it's like, on glide slope, slightly right of glide slope, turn heading 024, like, on glide slope, slightly above glide slope coming down now, slightly below the glide slope coming out, and updates every 2 or 3 seconds until you're literally 50 feet above the ground.
Whoa.
And they land C-17s in there doing that.
Oh, whoa.
And so that was quite a, we're not allowed to land there. I mean, as a civilian aircraft, we're not allowed to land there, but they are allowed to give us approach practice.
That's cool.
What I really like is when there's a ton of traffic on I-95, and you can just all wave to them. And you're like, see ya!
As we're going like nearly 100 miles an hour, and they're going like 1.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, any second now.
Sky Ventures 110, the exit VFR, spark VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, Sky Ventures 110.
You called it. I love it when it just lines up perfectly like that.
Nice.
Like if I'm like going in like for a landing or like if I'm on base or whatever, I'm like, oh, like, are you gonna tell me I'm clear to land or not? And then like as soon as I have that thought, they call me up. I'm like,
And Stafford traffic, Sky Ventures 110 is crossing over the field at 1,400. We're going to do a left downwind to runway 33, touch and go. Stafford traffic. And Stafford traffic, Scavengers 110 is turning left base for runway 33, Stafford. I need to stop saying "and" at the beginning of all my things. The last instructor I flew with said that it sounded very unprofessional.
It's alright. You've been flying for what, like a year? You shouldn't be professional yet.
2, 3. Oh, we're going fast. I'm going to go to powered idle. Final looks clear. Even when I focus on the descent rate, we're still a little high. Flaps will take care of it. Stafford traffic, Scavengers 110 is turning final for runway 33, touch and go. Stafford. I overshot it a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool to fly right over the highway?
Oh yeah. At Shannon, I think it's runway 4, like you're right, like the road is literally like right by the runway, so you're probably only a couple hundred feet above the cars.
Nice. Oh, a little bit too much there, a little bit right rudder. Touch, alright. Flaps coming up, let's move this to take off. Follow the fall. And they're up. Hey. That wasn't bad.
That was very good.
Little crosswind from the left. I hate crosswind landings, but I've gotten good at them.
Good.
Crisp and single point fueling available, as well as an avgas truck for your convenience. Don't forget to stop by the Robin's Nest Cafe, and thank you for visiting
Oh
Shannon
yeah,
Airport.
Edith is so polite and cute, like small town.
Shannon Airport. Automated weather observation 2333. Zulu weather wind 190 at 5. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 290 Celsius. Dew point 22. Altimeter 3000. Remark. Density altitude 1,700. Helicopter traffic is not permitted to taxi in front of the terminal at any time. Helicopter parking is from the helipad northwest along runway 15 and 33. We have Jet A fuel available in the truck with
Alright.
and single point fueling available.
Like that. And there, CTAF is 122.8. Wow, this is small. Yeah, let's back taxi. I'm not going to do a touch and go on this. I love quaint little airports like this.
Me too.
Because it's like, this is like a proof of, it's like, the whole concept of local aviation is, it's like, this exactly.
Yeah, and then when people come to Manassas, they're like, oh, it's so small. I'm like, this is the largest regional executive airport in the
It's
whole
a state of, yes, exactly.
So it gets smaller, way smaller.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I take people to Horace Williams, which is a UNC airport, it's basically like this,
Oh.
except worse. They have a 4,000 foot runway, so it's a little bit longer, but the shape it's in is just bad. The runway has been paved since 1990.
Whoa, that's before we were born.
Yeah. We'll just turn final now because we were actually kind of close to the runway. Shannon traffic, Scavengers 110 is turning final for runway 24. Shannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, alright. Oh, Oh, this is so cool. I'm sure the neighbors love this.
Oh yeah. No, I like airports, I like jet noise, but I wouldn't want to be like, what is that, like just a couple hundred, no, not even, it was like, yeah, a couple hundred feet from the runway, my backyard.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even say that's a couple hundred.
Wasn't super soft, wasn't super hard, whatever. We're safe.
Yeah.
Shannon traffic, Skyventures 110 is going to be back taxiing runway 24. Shannon traffic. On the way back, you want to fly it some? I mean, it's just basically left and right, whatever. I wouldn't have you practice maneuvers over
On the right side?
or not even that, but like over municipal areas.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Can you imagine looking up and seeing a plane just doing a stall, power off stall above them?
I always wonder what the people on the ground think, like when I'm doing that.
Well, look at that. It's just another one of them pilots out of Manassas doing one of those power off stalls. I'm really annoyed by how good I can do that. Like I was terrible at southern accents before North Carolina. Let's do a short field takeoff just for fun. I haven't done that in a while.
Go for it.
Shannon traffic, Skyventures 110 is taking off runway 24, Shannon. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, landing lights on, everything's good. I'll bring this to takeoff. Full power and release the brakes. Airspeed's alive, everything's looking good. Waiting for 55. There's 55. And we'll climb out at about 60. Short field takeoffs are really fun.
Yeah.
Alright, there's 100 feet. Well, actually, we'll wait till we're at the trees. Flaps up. We can gain some speed.
I was flying to Shenandoah Valley, and for some reason, like, as soon as I took off out of Manassas, because I was with Austin, I was cleared into Class Bravo. So, like, there was an airliner right above me as well, and, like, there were, like, little jets, like, below me. It was so cool.
Wow.
It was my favorite flight in, like, all of history.
I mean, I'm glad at least that we have mountains around here, because otherwise this would be a boring place to fly.
No.
I mean, if you've ever flown in California, I mean, or anywhere with terrain,
Skyventures 110, Potomac, did you follow an SFRA flight plan?
Affirmative, for 0001 Zulu, Skyventures 110.
Skyventure 110, squawk 0443, maintain VFR outside the SFRA.
0443, maintain VFR outside the SFRA, Skyventures 110.
1 Charlie Sierra for parachute activity, fly heading 010. Skyventures 110, transponders observed, maintain VFR outside Class C, let me know when you're on course for Manassas.
Maintain VFR out of the Class Bravo, Skyventures 110 will let you know.
The 5 Bravo Kilo, turn right heading 340.
Say my radio skills are meh.
for
I'm too wordy.
outside the
I'm not concise enough. That's my one thing. If I want to do this professionally, I need to know how to just get to the point. But I'm Jewish. What can you say? I like talking.
I like talking too, but I don't know, I'd say my radio skills are alright. Maybe once I get to know more about like aviation, like get to know what different planes look like and stuff, so it's like, oh yeah, I'll follow that low wing thing.
Oh.
Like, I don't know what that is.
I was that kid that in the playground could look up. Oh yeah, it's a 737.
Oh my God.
So I have no problem with that.
I heard this great story at work today. Apparently, out in LAX, there was like a new like private pilot or something flying around. He asked, I think it was back in the 70s. He asked ATC what his ground speed was, and then a Navy pilot was flying just a little bit overhead and decided to show off and be like, hey, what's my ground speed? And of course, it's like 400 miles per hour when the little plane was going at like 100. And then at that time, the Blackbird was 70,000 feet in the air, but also on the same frequency. So called up ATC and said, hey, what's my ground speed? They're like, you're going faster than the speed of sound, like by a lot.
Wow.
Just to put that Navy pilot in his place.
I love how it's like development, just complete nature.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Marky 47,
And we're flying right on the edge.
Tree 3000, X-rays on new 8, let me know when you have it, runway 19.
Alright, so...
Wait, is that the museum you were talking about, like the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty.
It's supposed to look like the Iwo Jima picture of them like lifting up the flagpole.
Oh.
That's the design of the building.
Oh, I see it now.
City Cap,
Huh.
parachute activities commencing 3 miles.
You know that picture was not staged?
3,000 and below.
No, I never thought it was staged.
Oh, really? It's a big thing. When I took A-Push, my teacher made sure to like drive into our brains that it was not staged and the photographer was just that cool.
666.
Have you done any night flying yet?
No, not yet. I'm really excited for it.
It is so cool. It's so different, but it's so fun.
We'll get current on it so we can go together at night.
So what else?
Mr. 110, you said you're going to Manassas?
Affirmative, we're going to circle over Woodbridge first, Skyline 110.
I'm pretty sure my friend lives here.
Are you almost over
she
it
always
now?
She always takes 95 and then she always...
One second. Sorry. We're approximately 2 miles south of where we're going to circle. We're going to stay clear of the Bravo, Skyline 110.
Jeez, they're so needy.
Well, it's just because we're like heading straight for the freeze.
Oh.
So they're just kind of nervous about that.
Oh god, it's so weird seeing it from the air.
Okay, Missouri X-ray Lima. Ready to service terminated, frequency change approved. You just clock 1200. Thanks again, have a good night.
Potomac, Skyventure 110 is inbound to Manassas.
Thank you.
Feature at 6.
Skyventure 110, let me know when you have the field in sight. 1230 in about 8 miles.
Wilco, Skyventures 110.
Did he say 1230?
Yeah,
What's 1230?
it's like slightly to the right of straight ahead.
That's what I thought, but 12 or 1.
It's just one of those people that's like, okay, from on a scale from 1 to 5, how'd you like the food? 3.5. It's that kind of thing. How does this? What in the? Alright. Oh well.
Does that help at all?
Yeah, it's okay, thanks. I think I do it. Skyventure 110 has Manassas in sight.
Skyventure 110, thanks. Just remember to stay in the code so you land. Contact Manassas Tower 133.1. See ya.
Keep the code. Contact Tower 133.1, Skyventure 110. 133.1. Wait, just listen to this.
Life in the vicinity of the airport. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Manassas Tower, Skyventures 110 is 8 miles southeast of the field with echo inbound for the east ramp.
Mr. 65, remember taxi the Alpha. Skyventure 110 Manassas Tower, left downwind, runway 16 left.
Left downwind for runway 16 left, Skyventures 110. Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning our final descent. Flight attendants are coming through the aisle to collect any final trash you have with you. Make sure your seat belts are tightened and your seat back is in the full and upright position. Your tray tables are locked.
Don't worry, I'll clap when you land. Just make sure it's a clap-worthy landing.
Right. I think it's funny, on all the El Al flights I've ever been on, there's more applause back into New York than in Israel.
Huh. You know what LL stands for, right?
It's like, it's like God on, it's like...
Every landing always late.
Wow.
Those are Israelis for you.
Wow. I say we save the Hebrew till the ground so that I don't accidentally talk to somebody in Hebrew on the radio and they'd be like, Skyventures? What the was that?
Skyventure 110, runway 16 left, clear to land, wind 2200 at 4.
Cleared to land, runway 16 left, Skyventures 110. How would you describe how you drive? That's kind of a weird question, but...
Like, I drive a very small car, too, like low to the ground, so I feel, you know, like I can't see much. Like, I feel, like, very zippy, so I push the speed limit.
Alright. I don't really I go over, I keep sort of, I maintain like 2.5 to 5 mile an hour over the speed limit at all times, except for the highway where I'm up to 10.
Yeah.
I'm a very, like, I drive very calculated. Very, like, I maintain my speed, like, no matter the elevation, I look at my momentum, like, I'm a very calculated driver in terms of, okay, like, when I'm accelerating, I maintain the same amount of, on the throttle and everything. I'm sort of weird, but anyways.
That's probably what a good driver would do.
Let's see, where are the, there we go. And what I did, this is tuning in the localizer for the runway.
Don't even know what a localizer is.
It's basically, have you heard of ILS?
Yeah.
The L in ILS is, or actually no, L in ILS is landing, but localizer is the thing that runs the lateral portion of the ILS. 1, 2, 3. So you can see, I'm slightly above the glide slope, so I'm to the right of it. And if I just follow this in without even looking,
whoa,
it just lines right up. And if you keep the horizontal bar in line, you'll have 2 and 2.
Cool. I can't wait for instrument training.
It's fun. It can be a little overwhelming. You have a lot of info. Yeah, you have to deal with a lot of stuff. You're juggling a lot of information about frequencies and bearings and holds and entries, and it's a lot.
I mean, if you can survive private pilot, like, I feel like that weeds out so many people. Then you can survive instrument.
Oh yeah.
Like, like, go big or go home. Like, you know, you want to fly in more adverse conditions.
There we go. Best for last. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manassas International Airport. The local time is 8:11. Please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened until we arrive at the gate. When retrieving your luggage from the overhead compartments, please note that your luggage may have shifted during flight.
Shift happens.
We know. Nice.
Heard that on JetBlue flight.
We recognize you had several options not really to fly tonight. We appreciate you flying with Daniel Airlines.
You ever feel that, like, where, like, you're in the air, like, you're in an airplane and you're like, I just want to go flying again?
Yes, all the time. I totally know what you're talking about. I just like how many times each of us say something that totally resonates with the other.
It's so boring on the ground.
Oh, look at that DC-3 in the hangar.
Oh, I saw it when I was driving in. I was like, what on earth is that? Like, it's massive, but it looks like a tail dragger.
Yeah, no, that's a DC-3. That is the great-grandfather of commercial airliners.
Yeah. So, like, they fly, like, in Alaska and northern Canada, just, like, really remote places, like, the most, like, terrible, dangerous, cold conditions, and they fly, like, DCs. Like, they never, like, they don't make them anymore. They're insanely hard to train on, and they're really terrible conditions, but they're just, like, a handful of pilots that still fly it. They've got a show on Netflix.
Wow, that's cool.
Please, because you don't have Netflix, sometimes you've got to come over and we can watch it together.
Yeah, I would, I mean, we have a smart TV, so if you have a Netflix account, I can always sign you in at my place.
Oh, that's true, and then I could use your simulator.
Absolutely.